South Park survived 30 years in Hollywood. Let's check it out.
A 1.8
Guys, I grew up watching South Park, okay? So. However, it was just a little too raunchy, so I stopped watching it. But when I was like 10 years old, yeah. It's not like a season, you know?
$1 series.
It's turned a little dark. It's South Park.
Yeah, just used to watch it a lot. Grew out of it. You know how the deal goes with children's shows, guys. Everybody grows out of children's shows. Do you guys?
South Park.
Some don't. Some don't. These shows are actually mad entertaining, guys. It's just I got a career I'm trying to make, so I can't really watch.
Have you seen the South Park episode?
This show has been described as like peanuts on acid. So here.
Only thing we could have done a little bit better
Wait,
is we
what?
could have put powdered sugar all over our noses. Just have been totally like, you.
By 2027, South Park will reach 30 seasons and 14 specials.
Yes, I've seen it.
Most TV shows and
And bro, they got everything.
poorly that
We already know that. How many episodes, guys?
millions sign a
30
petition
seasons, guys. That's like more than one season per year.
to fix it, or they continue on forever as corporate execs drag their lifeless vessel up the money hill. So, how in the hell did these two manage to avoid those pitfalls for 26
Executives, guys.
years in an industry renowned for canceling a loved show at a moment's notice, especially on the now sinking ship of Comedy Central?
And it was
Is it a sinking ship, guys?
a huge success for us. It was kind of
All
like
television's kind of doing that because of streaming services, though.
uranium for the network in many ways.
Well, imagine you're an aspiring filmmaker at the University of Colorado.
But yeah, guys, really like the editing of this video so far.
You meet a math and film major and immediately get along through a shared love of controversial anti-authority comedy. You work on your first student films together and later Cannibal the Musical,
It's okay. That's one thing to get.
completely unaware that they would soon serve
It's one thing to get a personal connection with your business partner with. Okay.
as early signs of the immense cultural juggernaut that would air only 4 years after graduation. Their first spark being their short film together right after leaving college, The Spirit of Christmas.
It already looks like South Park at this point, guys. Look at it.
Hollywood exec
They've been probably thinking about making this series since they've been kids, guys. Something like that.
Brian Graydon liked their work, commissioned them for the Jesus v Satan sequel and an animated show
Brian Graydon. His name looks so familiar to the word garden, guys.
unlike any other would soon to be scheduled for air in
Oh
1997.
my gosh, those rats just ravaged that.
And sounds like a short leap to finding a home that would embrace you. Was it that easy?
No. George Clooney got a hold of it, and it became like his favorite, like little thing, and he sent it out to like 1,000 people.
George Clooney.
Christmas is a rather
It's this short
irreverent.
Jesus and Santa beating the crap out of each other over Christmas.
At that time, do you think Matt and Trey imagined they'd soon hold a Guinness World Record for the most profanity in a movie and animated series?
That was their goal, guys. I do remember them saying it so many times during that movie, guys. The movie's overrated as well.
Have the show banned in China after calling out their government, have a
What?
ban the South Park movie. Then later the Marines decided to force a captured Saddam Hussein to watch said film on repeat as torture. Episode
What?
in Pokemon
Did they really? Wait, Don forced to watch South Park cameo. Wow.
as torture.
Dude, that. Wow.
Episode
Okay, that's wild.
Pokemon banned by Japan for references to Pearl Harbor. Italy banned
They're trying to speed run being banned in other countries.
a bunch of episodes and spent 20 years slowly repealing the bans. India banned it for 10 years.
10 years.
Romanians protested the show off air after episode Jubilee for 8 years. And now they even have episodes banned in Canada, with season 1 episode Big Gay Al's Big Gay Boat Ride this week banned on Paramount. An episode nominated for an Emmy and was received well by the community it was satirizing. Now it's problematic. Joining the cancelled episodes catalog,
Yeah, they're definitely speedrunning it.
Super Best Friends 200 and 201.
If you even draw our guy,
death.
I wonder if that they're at like over 1,000 episodes yet.
That's right. He was in a bear costume too.
Over 1,000, man. Wow, that's a good portion of their life. They're just pumping out content.
Well, they probably did expect that, as this is what happens when your ethos is everything should be made fun of equally. Every religion, every political party, every type of person, even making fun of themselves with the depiction of Canadians. The major criticism South Park faced was the animation sucks, the crass and fart jokes are stupid, and the voices are annoying. So they decided their version of Canada would feature simpler character animation.
They didn't make them fun of themselves, but they made fun of their like nationality. Guys, have they have an appearance in their own show? I believe they have.
With hilariously square wheels, more fart jokes via Terrence and Phillip, and even higher pitched and strained voices. Or maybe that's just
Dang, bro. Watching this video makes me want to like go and read the lore for whatever reason. Because I used to be pretty interested in, like, invested into this show, guys.
look like.
Their fucking heads aren't connected.
An underrated note in their success is the duo's ability to keep many of their friends from film school projects involved even to present day on South Park.
This episode also has our friend Junichi Nishimura.
Narrating Matt
Well,
Stone.
this is the art style now, guys. I actually like the art style now. What is this, bro? This is high school.
And student film.
Imagine they have a spin-off show where it's high school. Imagine that they have a bunch of spin-offs like Family Guy does.
And still an animator on the show today.
John Fitzgerald Kennedy was assassinated.
As well as Diane Bakar, animator Eric Stowe, who Butters is based on, and Adrian Beard, the voice of Token.
I thought your name was Token. My name is Token.
Holy shit, that's what his name means. What did you think his name meant?
Most creatives in any
All that rings a bell is like J.R. Token, guys. I don't even know what books he wrote.
field often leave behind their
But at least I think he wrote books.
first collaborators for big money projects, or the showrunner leaves mid-show and it all goes to shit.
It was Adam 22. Why did they show Adam 22? What was Adam 22 have to do with South Park, guys?
What did you think his
Would often leave behind their first collaborators for big money projects,
Adam 22.
or the showrunner leaves mid-show and it all goes to shit. So it's quite the remarkable feat, and team loyalty helps to explain why the show has been so consistent in its output quality. 26 years is some of the most entertaining television of all time.
It's a full career.
And outside of the specials, the daunting challenge of remaining as creative and funny as possible under the pressure of a 6-day turnaround for a 20-plus minute script, plus the voiceovers, music, sound effects, animation. And this was done with stop-motion paper.
Yeah, I don't even know how like studios do like all this work, man.
For the first iterations, which takes forever. Anyone that's animated anything knows that it takes a gazillion years. Being consistently funny on top of that, even with a whole team, it's still an insane task to pull off on
It's physically impossible to do that solo, man.
repeat for
It'd probably take a whole career.
this many years.
As a brand new joke, coming right out of the gate the first time they air it, where they just didn't nail it.
Tell us we can't do something and we'll double down. It's that stubbornness and ballsiness that has put South Park in the crosshairs of the mainstream
Yeah.
media
That's what South Park does, guys.
almost as many times as it has aired episodes. The boogeyman of polite
They still got their slot on Comedy Central, guys.
society, Karen Kryptonite, late 90s and early 2000s, teachers, parents, media, South Park was enemy number one, matched only by this man.
So it was called The End of Democracy. It was like, don't show your kids.
A Canadian judge even described it as a vulgar, socially irreverent program that contributes nothing to society. Ah yes, because judges are perfect angels that are never caught up in corruption. Encapsulating the divide between facade-driven polite society and the show that thrives through
Guys, do you like South Park? Let me know in the comments below.
tearing that mask off.
It's a little too raunchy for me. Makes me uncomfortable to watch. But if I'm in the mood to watch something that makes me uncomfortable, hey. Too bad I can't even stream it.
It's fitting that a show with Mecha Streisand would benefit from the Streisand effect, but telling a whole generation of younger people that it's the devil's media, it's bad, you can't watch this, only led to further infamy and curiosity from younger audiences, even in present day. The prophetic nature of the show can't be
Is there a
understated either. Awesome
Guys, this show put itself in the niche, and it's like it made itself the niche as well, guys. There's not many shows that do this better than South Park.
Depicted movie studios thinking Cartman's cardboard robot was an AI that could generate film ideas. Jump forward 20 years from that season 8 episode and
Quite the overshoot.
it's now happening. They also depicted
Oh yeah. How come animated shows are always predicting the future, guys?
Brokeback Mountain 7 years before the film, calling Osama bin Laden's shooting by US military, Ricky Martin's sexuality in season 3, Mr. Garrison's sex change in 2005, and later
All this was in the early 2000s, guys.
Cartman's sex change for toilet privileges in 2014, PC Principal violently beating up anybody for language that isn't politically correct enough, even something like this
I remember that.
in Colorado 2 years later. Since covering these topics, they've all become much larger conversations in society, almost as if anything they cover slowly becomes our reality. The only time they really
Hey, bro, the influence they have, guys.
got caught off guard was Mr. Garrison beating Hillary Clinton. No different than the hypocrisy of their
What the heck?
freemium in-app purchase game South Park Phone Destroyer after the episode Freemium Isn't Free criticized exactly
Looks like a crappy mobile shovelware game.
this business
But with South Park on it, it might be fun.
strategy. At a certain point, there's only so much surviving Hollywood one team can do. If it's anything like Dave Chappelle's horrendous experience with networks, I'd speculate they
I didn't even know he got his show back.
only have control over their own creative endeavors. And
Guys, they could make a show about that, guys.
that
Sure.
contractually, the South Park IP can be used by the network to generate profits as it sees fit. The unfortunate trade-offs of not being an independent creative, as hard as that road can be. Its biggest win, where most other major brands fail, is demographically. Their major demo, the 1849 demographic, not only remained
Yeah, I'm. What is their biggest demographic here? It's actually my age group.
curious enough to check out their satirical take on events, but also expanded to a
Am I? Yes. Am I old enough to like understand what South Park is really about, guys?
ridiculously global audience in this 30-year span, as well as the challenge in an older show being received well by new generations.
If you're gonna do an episode on Free the Nipple.
Yes. Darn it.
If there was an event, South Park probably covered it, and this has become a yearly tradition of satirically unwinding the deeply stressful and complex issues of the world,
Zoom calls.
especially today. And where once the show expressed this sentiment
This is like an ad for South Park, man. It makes me want to go watch it. Do they still like host their free episodes on their website, guys?
creative frustration,
I remember back then they got like a really they got their rounds in the press for offering all their episodes on their website.
now sit atop the mountain by themselves with a still relevant and successful show, while their competitors have faded out or new shows have popped up inspired by South Park, as new writers try to find unturned storylines in a world where everything has been done.
Trey turned around, he's like, has anybody ever made that joke? Who could be someone who doesn't have a sense of humor?
And I'm the one who you eat fish sticks because I have skinny jeans on.
Setting their sights on AI with their new special and ChatGPT last season, they might have been spurred off by this project's attempt to create a South Park episode generator entirely from AI prompts. While this
bro.
might scarily happen, for now ChatGPT's
Oh yeah, there's already a live stream. There's already SpongeBob AI.
generic scripts highlight just how difficult it is to make ridiculous concepts, topical news, lawsuit-worthy jokes, and a relatively unchanged repertoire of characters work narratively in
It's still in the beta phase, guys.
such a short time.
How are they gonna get AI to do better than humans?
Compare that to the notorious feud with Family Guy. Manatee's script writing sure is a lot easier. The Simpsons and King of the Hill writers even
I remember this episode.
to thank Matt and Trey for their service in disemboweling the funny on occasion yet inconsistently written Family Guy. Although it's not much of a feud, as Seth's only written 3 episodes in 22 seasons, compared to Trey Parker writing 323 of the 326 episodes of South Park. With
Wait, he doesn't write his show?
Family Guy never serving up a response as solid as Cartoon Wars Part
My gosh,
1 and
Bart.
2.
This happened, and then this happened.
Back when I was huge in animated shows, it was a special occasion to see the crossovers, guys.
happens, and then this happens. That's when you're in a movie just going, what the am I watching this movie for? And just but because, therefore, that gives you the causation between each beat, and that's a story.
Yeah. Ironically enough, Matt and Trey's newest venture is a deepfake AI company as of 2020, most notably used for Kendrick Lamar's The Heart Part 5. So once again, their willingness to experiment and stay on the pulse of
Are you scared of AI? I'm kind of scared of AI. Yo, okay, Cashapp, how you doing?
It keeps the duo successful, and in turn, the stories they tell stay fresh for both the audience and the team constructing it. Each big cojones move, whether marionette puppet.
But yeah, if I go and watch the episode, I should probably be expected to get a little bit disgusted by certain parts of it.
Which are a nightmare to film with, turning the PG film the executives wanted into an R-rated musical, let alone a musical about the Mormons becoming the 13th longest running in history. Even with all that dough, Tom Cruise still pulled his weight and had Trapped in the Closet pulled from rebroadcasting in 2006. Trey and Matt,
Dang, he did?
Matt accused the network of serving the Scientology god, Dark Lord Xenu, showing that even when you're the most successful property on the network, sometimes mocking your senses is sadly the only move you have. The joys of Hollywood. Oh well, it's only a matter of time before they took our jobs. Makes a return to usher us with chuckles into the sweet embrace of AI-induced unemployment. Well,
I kind of feel like I'm in that situation, man.
Hopefully not. And while The Simpsons and Beavis and Butthead were brilliantly written in their prime and helped pave the way for Matt and Trey, they were both nowhere near as boundary-pushing as South Park. It truly opened the doors
for sure.
Mature animation.
Beavis and Butthead is freaking mellow compared to South Park, guys. And Beavis and Butthead's a really unsettling animated show to me as well.
Post 1997.
We had advertisers who wouldn't go near it.
No, Jay Leno's chin is big bone. You are a big fat ass.
But for everyone who wouldn't go near it, there were two who would, and it was a huge success for us. Immediately knew that we had a hit on our hands. I mean, there was no mistake about it.
Matt and Trey's soon-to-be 30 years of output is proof that story is king, not flashy
Yeah, 10 more years till they can like retire if it was a regular job, but
not cutaway gags, not pandering or diversity quotas or political correctness, just raw jokes, strong structuring of scenes, and an ability to capture the humor in both sides of an issue. As Matt and Trey have said in interviews, they don't make the show for anyone else but themselves.
And you're coming down off the acid.
that shit, so.
And so you're simultaneously coming down and you're having to now sit through the Oscars, which suck.
We just wanted to be a part of it all. Night of magic.
They don't care about ratings, reviews, or awards.
Quite the characters.
They just want to have fun and express their opinions through their art. And that's exactly what made South Park South Park.
Do you have any idea how it's all going to end?
We've been thinking we're just going to get run out of town at some point, but we've thought that for 20 years.
Considering it's been on longer than many have even been alive, it'll be a sad day if they ever retire. But
As much as I've been alive.
Consistent output, especially if they nail their eventual ending, will only further cement their mark as legends in comedy history.
Dude, those guys, they've done the best social commentary for they're going to have to do it for 30 years and then tell people.
Wonder how long it took to edit this mashup at the end.
People that they're leaving before they're finally going to just ignore.
But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out Retroactive in the description. Thank you. Press the join button. South Park is the comedic mirror of our society. The brilliant cartoon that sets the bar after the Simpsons. It's a good little series, guys. See you guys next one.